What's going on? It's Ski. This is episode 4 of Cutting on a Budget. We're gonna go back to Kroger's and get $50 worth of food for less than $50.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
This week I'm gonna show you guys a technique when you start to plateau. For me personally, I'm a little over halfway through my cut, so I'm beginning to kind of phase off, and for the last 5 to 6 weeks I'm gonna do what's called carb cycling. I'm gonna show you some benefits of that and how you can implement that into your guys. Bananas, they're 59 cents a pound, so this is 3 pounds roughly, so it's gonna be about $2. Kale, these are 99 cents a piece, so this is gonna be $3. Potatoes, $1.99 for a bag. We have ground turkey. We could get 85%, but since I'm cutting, I'm gonna spend an extra $1 for 3 pounds of 93%. So this is $9.99. Chicken breasts, I don't make the rules. You gotta get chicken breasts if you're cutting. So this is $1.99 a pound. It's gonna be about $10. If you're paying more than $1.99 for a pound for chicken, then you're getting robbed. So I have these noodles. These are $2.50, and this sauce for the ground turkey, this is $1.50. So both of these together are gonna be about $4. Got some red quinoa. This is $4.69. Just to kind of mix things up, this is a great source of carbs. Last but not least is almond milk. This is $3. Bringing my total to $46.88. One thing that I got that I didn't mention, I got some bison, but this is included in the price. This isn't going to be part of the prep. I just wanted to try it, but I still included it into the price. This is a very expensive meat. So here's my total. $47.03. That's with the bison, which is super expensive. I don't recommend doing that on a budget. What's going on, you guys? It's Chef Boy R Ski here with episode number 4 of Cutting on a Budget, and I'm gonna get right in. So I have the chicken breast here, and what I'm gonna do is just marinate them with this garlic and herb and some Worcestershire sauce, as well as some Himalayan salt. I'm gonna let those sit for a little while. Okay, right here we have the sweet potatoes. I've already cut them up, seasoned them. I'm just gonna throw these into the oven. This is my reliable recipe. All right, so what I have here is 2 cups of quinoa, and I've seasoned it. It's just dry right now. I got a little bit of cooking spray, and what you're gonna do, just put that in there, kind of mix it around, let it get a pre-cook, and once it starts to crackle and pop or whatever, I'm gonna put it right now, then you just put, so I got 2 cups, so I'm gonna put 4 cups of water in there. It's very similar to rice. All right, next we got our noodles. I've just poured it in here, and I put some water in there and a little bit of almond milk to give it kind of a creamy taste. And I'm just gonna let this cook on medium high until it's done. Looks like our quinoa's about done, so once you hear it crackling and popping, it's about time to add your water. So that's what. All right, so we added 4 cups of water to the quinoa. That's gonna take about 20 minutes on medium. Now we got our ground turkey. We're just gonna put the whole thing in there, allow that to cook. Just gonna cook it all the way through. So here's our bison. I'm gonna put some probably quinoa with this. This is 3 4-ounce servings. Here's the marinated chicken. It's been marinating for a little while, so I'm gonna put this on the pan and put it in the oven. I'm baking at 425 degrees, and that'll take probably about 20 minutes or so. All right, all of my food is cooking, everything's in the oven, so I think this is a good chance to show you guys about carb cycling. You shouldn't do carb cycling all the time. This is like you're at the last 4 weeks or 6 weeks of your dieting. You've already built a good foundation and you've kind of plateaued. This is a good technique to kind of reset your metabolism and as well as burn fat pretty quickly. So you have a high carb day, a low carb day, and a no carb day. That's one method of doing it. That's what I'm personally doing. It takes a bit of planning, so that's why I wrote down my training. So for Monday I have legs, Tuesday is shoulders, Wednesday is arms, Thursday is legs again, Friday is rest, and then Saturday is chest and back. So I'm trying to put the high carb days on my high intensity training days, the days where I feel like I need it. So for me it's legs, so I'm putting my 2 high carb days on legs, and my low carb days will be on chest and back and shoulders. The no carb days is going to be on my rest and my arms. One thing to keep in mind with this is you have the same macros, you're just kind of shifting them on different days. So on my high carb days I'll have about 300 grams of carbs. On my low carb days I'll have about 100 to 150, somewhere in there. And my no carb days obviously will be as close to none as possible. You'll have a little bit with vegetables and stuff. You have mostly protein and vegetables on those days. The protein is pretty consistent, high, low, or medium. You'll probably want to have a refeed on one of your high carb days, so you have even more calories. But that's a technique to kind of keep your metabolism at a muscle confusion state. It's a great way to kind of chisel off that last layer of fat. So, all right, so I just drained the noodles and put the ground turkey in there, and I'm just gonna dump this whole can in there, and that's gonna give it a nice pasta spaghetti type flavor. All right, we got all the food cooked out here. I got it separated. Right here is the high carb days. These 3 are low carb days or medium carb days, and then these are the no carb days. So I'm gonna show you the macros for that. We got the pasta, ground turkey. It's 500 calories, 50 grams of protein, or 50 grams of carbs, 39 grams of protein, 14 grams of fat, and that's the same for the medium. Then we have 600 calories for the quinoa chicken and vegetables, 600 calories, 54 grams of protein, 86 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat. So on my 2 high carb days, I'll have 2,600 calories, 228 grams of protein, 323 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fat. On my low carb day, it will be 2,050 calories, 178 grams of protein, 160 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. On my no carb day, which, not gonna lie, if you guys have never done that, never done carb cycling, it's gonna suck. It's 1,465 calories, 235 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. Morning, I'm gonna have, on my high carb day, I'm gonna have oatmeal. These are overnight oats that I'm making right here. 1 whole banana, a teaspoon of honey, and a little bit of stevia, 4 egg whites, and 1 whole egg. Make like an omelet with some vegetables. On my low carb day, it will be a half cup with some berries and stevia, as well as the little egg white omelet. And then on the low carb day, it's the same thing except for no oatmeal, just the vegetable egg white omelet. So there you have it. That's all my macros and the meal prep. If you weren't carb cycling, you would just do the low carb day and kind of play with the calories to fit your calorie maintenance or calorie cutting, what you're trying to get. If you were a little bit bigger, or if you were smaller, you would need less, obviously. But I hope this helps you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.